is personification, intellectual reality, from imaginary water, swimming water, to living land. In that place, thou lives by swimming. This swimming carries the breath from physical play. The land of a fishing village, a drop of ocean water swimming in the ocean. The soul depends on the side of the wave. And its soul, proverb, is with the sea sand, a game of movement. The soul, proverb, is on the side of the waves, swimming back and forth. The soul is by the sand, swimming back and forth. Plus the value of this movement game lies in the romance. Romance lies close by, lying on the head, lying on the side, lying in the armpit. Describing the romantic water while it swims, with a carefree personality. Vietnamese people innocently play this game. At the edge of the fishing village, such joy. Joy that celebrates all year round. Thou praises the waves, because in that place there is thou's wisdom. This Tet, thou makes wave-shaped cakes to worship her ancestors. Making cakes that simulate swimming movements. Buddha nature is certainly present. Of course the Buddha likes to swim in the ocean. Then the Buddha will tell you the location. Where to play the game, wherever there is a show for the villagers. In addition to the ceremony, there is also a meeting part. -1029 Romance, 1 rich in imagination, is the material extracted from wisdom that helps us love life more and is an indispensable spice in love. Without it, your feelings will be dull, shameful, even cursed as bad. Plus, in making a living, fisherman, romance lies on the side of the boat, sail to the sea, on the side of the earth's ocean. The fisherman encountered thou's wisdom. Both wrote the sentence, drops of ocean water swimming in the ocean. Sit on a boat, like to swim in making a living, both around nets, fishing, and like to swim. This hobby of making a living, it's romantic, it explains romance. Motor, romantic pride in pure confidence. I just like to surround myself with nets and like to swim, plus romantic, too. Being soft, graceful, with so much intimacy to indicate warmth and happiness. It explains why both write about wisdom, which is likened to a drop of ocean water swimming in the ocean. In making a living, the fisherman of the fishing village, romance lies on the side of the boat, sail to the sea. Readers think, in agricultural production, Vietnamese village farmers certainly exist side by side, lying on the side. According to Thou, it is located next to the poetic language, people of stubble, people of wet rice. Vietnamese people say to each other, saying, the people of the stubble, has the romantic meaning of lying next to this living people, national spirit. Country people, living by the spirit of rice and rice grains for food. And Zen, the romantic title that lies next to it, is first and foremost like that. Vietnamese genes called romantic but are being lost because people in society ride motorbikes. By the rice plant, the source of human life, born from the rice plant and eating rice grains to make cakes. Saying people of stubble means that life is about living experiences, without worrying about the mind, and romance lies within. The origin of the people, national spirit, and romance is born from the rice plant, thou lives in harmony. People live this experience, not analytical reasoning. Plus, in the romance of making a living, with thou, with wisdom, knowing wisdom, forming this concept. See making a living, living, as a life of living experience. Not asking many random questions. Cultivation, not dissection, plus workers, production in factories, romance lies in diligence and diligence. People who live with this virtue are always happy people, people who live happily. This romantic state, clean and dust-free factory. Net emissions are zero plus believe it or not, people of society riding motorbikes. Romantic net emissions are zero. Upcoming national book. Thou wrote this essay, advocating for the government's policy. Thou's return joy, praising this national policy. Few people understand this reality. For example, the phrase net zero emissions. Many people write incorrectly the phrase zero net emissions with the example of thou meditation. Called romantic side, first nature. First nature is like that. Vietnamese genes called romantic but are being lost because people in society ride motorbikes, plus experiencing the ocean, sun and wind. Fishermen do not work hard. Do not work hard because fishermen have never considered this life as a job that must be dissected. Experience plowing in the fields. Farmers are not as hard as we think. They are happy with their work, joy in working. And this is happy because they do not have to think too much. Plus living experience with life.